your own, you will decide. Excuse me, you will decide. And then, please listen. You must decide before God can give destiny. Let me say it again. I say you must decide. Sometimes some decisions only connect us to miracles. Sometimes only decision, please listen, only decision is enough to produce miracles. I told you on Sunday, I said concerning this building, like today we are talking about the water that go on the channel, that is a water purifier. The water, yeah, the water purifier. Well, that's where half hour we've gone. We're talking about, but that is always the same part. They started the wiring there and already, so they can start fixing bulb in the room and all of the stuff. So we're talking about purifier to generate water, how to treat the water that will go inside the building. So now there is pressure. Now somebody can decide to do extra thing in the time of pressure. The time of pressure will go away from that building after 2 weeks. After, now it will take decision. Great people are people of great decision. Now listen, God does not force destiny on men on earth. Jesus could dodge Calvary and be an ordinary man. But he said for this purpose, he decided. He just decided. Now, but purpose should guide decision. Purpose. That is, what are you living for? Can you, excuse me, stop struggling with God's will for your life? Can you stop struggling for God's will and accept it 100% after you have discovered it? After you have discovered God's will. Before, if you say you don't know God's will, let me tell you one of the ways to know very fast. There is something you are feeling about something, and that feeling is very deep. It's one of the ways God tells you how he wants to use you. It's a problem that touches you that God wants to use you to solve. Let me say again. Even when you are not sure, even when you are not sure of God's call, can you be able to know something that has touched you very well? Maybe you're looking at me and you know you hate darkness, like me. So if I hate darkness, I don't need to ask God whether I should teach light or not. I should teach what? In fact, this week only this week, hatred for darkness increased in my life. One happened one night. One night I came here, I said I'm going to write. That particular night they didn't, that night there was no night throughout. So at a particular time the fuel in the gen got exhausted, and then I was in the toilet. To come out of that, to come out, because you know I'm a very careful person. I don't want to hit my head anywhere. Now, when I could not see the door that will lead me out of the toilet to my office, my hatred for darkness increased. Then I know I'm going to be a teacher. I'm going to use my life to fight against darkness. You see, because when people are dark, they are prisoners. The other day we got, I think it was 3 days ago or 4, we got home and I was already inside the house when they were trying, there was no NEPA, they were trying to bring out, they want to on generator. They have not on generator. And I was trying to climb the step. A fridge by a refrigerator by my step. and the step. I couldn't see two of them. So I stayed there. I stayed there until light came there. Because you see, I don't want to hit myself, my head on refrigerator. It will not happen. And I don't want to bruise the wall. Now, only that day, this didn't happen. And I stayed there for about a minute or two. My hatred for darkness increased. And then I didn't only hate it. I took decision that I'm going to fight that in the life of people. So, why I brought the two illustrations is because you can know what God wants you to do when you know what you hate. One of the things also that made me to cheat is I have perfect hatred for foolishness and mental blindness. Somebody who's supposed to think, instead of thinking, he's crying. The solution to that problem is not tears. The solution to that problem is light. Is open your eyes and have understanding. Instead of somebody having understanding, they started crying. Crying is not the solution to that problem. But foolishness makes people cry when they should think. Foolishness makes people cry when they should change their character. They feel emotional about a problem that the emotions cannot solve. So a safe vision, or if you like purpose, is properly defined. Taking decision right will be difficult. And I have moved out of it on what I call every evil is associated with darkness. The hiding place of everything that is evil is in darkness. Let me say it again. I said the hiding place of everything that is evil is, let me help you in one way. Let me help you in one way. If you come in contact with an enlightened man, I will like you to do everything you must to relate with that enlightened man. Even if you miss serving him, there is nothing that can make you, that will separate you from a vessel that have ability to improve your life. Let me explain something to you. We have diverse life experiences. Don't trifle with high experiences that can bless you immediately. That is impartation. Because if darkness is dispelled or exterminated, the evil that is associated with it will end. Let me say it again. I say, if darkness is dispelled, the evil of sicknesses, the evil of poverty, the evil of shame, the evil of death that is associated with that darkness, afflictions will end. But if you're praying against a problem that is being nourished by darkness, prayer cannot solve that problem if there is no light. Let me say it again. All messiahs redeem through enlightenment. When he wanted in 42 of Isaiah 6 and 7 to emancipate the people from the prison house, he became a light to the Gentiles. Because somebody who is in prison is a vessel that can see. So you don't pray for somebody who is in prison to come out of prison. You open his eyes, then he will see the prison gate. The greatest evil Satan accomplishes on earth is to make people shield darkness, to to motivate people to shield darkness. Can I say it again? I said the greatest evil Satan accomplishes on earth is to motivate people to shield darkness. Now, I told you that I've already abandoned about 95% of the books I bought. Now, did I not buy it